What's going on, YouTube, man? Today, I've been off for a couple days. Forgive me, guys. I'm in Canada again. Let me just show you guys my view. I'm in Vancouver, Canada right now. So I'll just give you guys a slow version of kind of like the downtown area. Vancouver's a pretty nice city. I haven't been here since last year. You know, just the downtown area down there. But let me put this camera back here. Basically, I just want to get in real quick. I don't want to waste any time. I want to talk about something I've been thinking about for quite some time, and that's for any of my subscribers or anybody out there on YouTube. I want you to understand something. If you're just getting out of college, right? They have this term they call entry level. And the reason why I'm saying it like that is because you're going to see why in a minute. Entry level, from what I understand, a lot of times, if you have a 4-year degree, usually it's around $30,000 to $40,000. Sometimes lowercase, $25,000. And if you don't have a degree, you're looking at anywhere from $15,000 to $20,000 a year. But here's the deal, right? If you're entry level, and let's say for instance you're college degree, bachelor's, you should not live in an area or be thinking about an area, because people in America feel that the first thing they need to do right out of get out of college, fresh in the debt, you know, they have their student loan debt, whatever, the first thing they should do is buy a home. But here's what I have to tell you, entry level guys. If you're making $30,000 to $40,000 a year, and you're living in a place where your first home is going to be anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000, hear these words. You need to move from that area. Because here's the deal. I see, you know, on TV, programs, property virgins, just different things. I see a lot of people that are entry level that are immediately getting into debt of $300,000 right off the bat. A lot of these people don't have savings. They just have just enough for a down payment on the house. Some of you may have that. And then boom, they're rushing in to get into something. Guys, you haven't even started your foundation as far as saving and building a nice nest egg, you know, before you can get in the home. But these guys are getting in house poor. And see, I had a friend of mine that lived in San Diego. And it's funny. My friend started out in business almost the same time as I did. I lived in a place, I lived in Phoenix at one time, and I said, you know what? Phoenix is not the place for me. I'm following the Dave Ramsey program. I want to become debt free. I need to move in an area that's comfortable with my pocketbook, and I can save an enormous amount. So I moved to a place I really don't like, South Dakota, but hey, I'm willing to sacrifice to meet some goals. And I have some friends live in San Diego. Younger guys. These guys are like 23, 24. And the housing prices out there are ridiculous. You know, these guys are always broke. And I'm asking myself, like, I asked these guys, I said, hey, why do you live in San Diego? He said, I can't see myself living anywhere else. I love this place. I love where I live. I'm like, okay, that's fine. Anyone can love where they live. You know, I would love to live in another place. I would love to live in Hawaii. But guess what? Hawaii is expensive as heck right now. Okay? But I'm disciplined enough to know that you have to crawl before you walk. So what that means is you have to live somewhere that you're uncomfortable with at the beginning, and then you work and you build and build. Then you can live anywhere you want to live. You know? And it was a study that was said that kids today, this next generation, it takes them 10 years to acquire the things that their parents have now. Well, I mean, excuse me. It takes them 10 years to acquire all the things that it took, maybe have taken their parents maybe 30 or 40 years to accumulate. Because everybody wants it fast. They want it fast, you know? You know, see, here's the deal. Getting a home for $300,000 or more, you know, is almost just, well, pretty much almost is the exact same as borrowing money for a business, $200,000, $300,000, and you don't really give yourself room to make mistakes because you got to start making this money and pay these bills as soon as possible. It's the same thing. You're starting with a mountain over your head. You know? So my advice to entry-level people who are just fresh out of college or whatever, look, buy you a starter home in between the range of, if you can find one for $50,000, get it. 50 to maximum, maybe 110, 120, and pay an enormous amount down and get it paid off as soon as possible, and then move on. You know, that's what you call a starter home, a first-time buyer home. You know, make sure it's a smart decision. Don't just get a home, something for your friends. You know, because a lot of us get into this whole, well, our friends can come over and they will think, oh, look at what I have, you know, and all this other kind of stuff. Don't get caught up in that. So that's my my message for today. So until next time, sayonara.